And I don't know if you we do jazz hands, guys. Come on, jazz hands. You got to do it. I want to see the Brownells guys doing jazz hands. There you go.
I think it says both hands. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Both hands like this. Both
okay.
Hands like that. Okay. We are live. We are live. This is the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. You probably don't know that because I totally forgot to put on my lower third, which I'm going to do right now. But we are live. I think this is episode 163 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, live from the Big Daddy Gun Studios in Gainesville, Florida. And joining us tonight, our special guests are the dudes from Brownells. These two guys right here, Josh and Ryan.
What's up?
Of Brownells. What's up, guys? What's going on? Just
hanging, man. Happy to be with you.
Doing what we do.
Yes, awesome. This is, I'm really happy to have you guys here. First time ever we've got Brownells on the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. So that's it.
How is that possible?
Yeah, we've been working for Hank for like what, 2 years or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I see where we rank, Hank. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's cool. No, I've been dreaming about Hank for like many years, as long as I can remember.
Really? I don't want to know about those dreams. Then I'll have to get a therapist. Thank you very much.
Over the cliff real fast. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Tonight I'm going to be like, oh my God, I wonder what he was dreaming about me. And then the people in my chat are going to start making up dreams. And then I'll read their dreams. And that's going to actually seep into my subconscious. And it's just going to mix around in there when I'm sleeping tonight. But I am glad to have you guys on. It's a lot of fun. We're here to talk about the road rally that we promised folks. And I know a lot of my friends here in the chat are always like, hey, what's up? When's the road rally happening? Is it still happening? That's what you guys are mainly here to talk about tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to kind of getting that ball rolling and seeing where this goes, because we're just in the beginning stages, which hopefully we can kind of talk about and get some ideas rolling between all of us and viewers too. So this could be exciting.
Yeah, viewers, please give us ideas. Truly.
Yeah, that's the absolute first thing. So right now, as we're waiting for all the viewers to get in here, the first thing I want to do, I am going to go down and shout out people who are in the chat and maybe read some of their comments before we get deep into this. But that is a good first question for everyone. What in the blazes should we call this road rally? What are your ideas for what we should call this road rally? Do you want to give people just like a little sneak peek, you guys, of what the road rally is actually going to consist, or should we?
Yeah,
wait?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, Hank, you're aware, but for the viewers, this was an idea that you presented to us, oddly, when Ryan and I were blazing across the Southwest United States on a kind of run from there back to Iowa, and we're doing various events and meetups all along the way. So, I mean, sometimes we travel 3 hours, sometimes it'd be 17, 18 hours between destinations. And when you reached out to us to essentially suggest, hey, why don't we do a legit cannonball rally across the whole US? We looked at each other and we're like, yes. And that was really the catalyst for this. So what worked for us before on the initial trip was essentially that, just racing across half the United States as quickly as we could, mostly because we were just short on time and doing events at each stop. So why not take that all the way across the US, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And probably because you guys wanted to get out of the store there or the warehouse. And if people are watching, you're in the store part of your warehouse. You have like a whole complex there, I'm assuming. I've never been to visit, so.
Yeah, so the attached here is basically headquarters. There's a retail showroom kind of in the front, and then behind us is over 200,000 square feet of warehouse. But we are front and center in the Brownells retail store on I-80 in Grinnell, Iowa, the booming metropolis of Grinnell, Iowa. Undoubtedly, you've heard of it, Frank. Hank.
Yeah.
Call him Frank. Thinking of Frank Brownell. Undoubtedly, you've heard of it, Mr. Hank.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm asking particularly because there's people that want to know why there are gun locks on those guns behind you. So this is the store, right? That's why you've got the gun locks.
Right? Gun locks because it's a store. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and I know that things are coming in already. Let me just encourage everyone right now, guys, hit the thumbs ups. Okay. We need as many thumbs ups as possible. Share this video. If you don't know what to share, I've shared stuff on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter. But share on Instagram, wherever you can, that we're doing this live chat right now with the Brownells guys, and definitely give us as many thumbs ups as possible. I'm also, hopefully the Brownells people will do some sharing as well. I mean, because
we just knocked that out. That's why I was looking.
Absolutely. So it's about to blow up in here, I guess. Yeah. So let me see, like, how many. We've got like 70 thumbs ups already, but I'm pretty sure we can get way more than that. Let's get more thumbs ups going and let's get this going. I am going to go through real quick before we get deep into this conversation with Ryan and Josh, and just shout out everyone who is who's here with us. I see E-Rock is in here, Michael Bender, Chris Bullis, Chris Illog. Let's see what's going on here. Robert McRae. The Tyven Show is in here as well. And the Tyven Show is one of our moderators, and he says, everyone, please express yourself freely and openly, but do not use foul language. It will be removed ASAP. So that's just a little reminder. One of the things, I don't know if you guys know this or the folks know this out there, but now with the live shows like this, YouTube is recording the chat and it stays. So even later on, when you watch this chat on YouTube, you'll be able to see all the comments in there. And with everything going on, which I guess we'll discuss in a little while here, we don't need to do anything to create strikes right now. So that's why we're monitoring the chats, as well as, I am planning on talking about the omnibus bill, which has fixed nicks included in it. Just so you guys know that we are going to talk about some politics. Brownells dudes, are you okay with getting into some politics?
Yeah, I mean, we have personal opinions. I don't know if we'll speak for the company, but
right.
Yeah, that's all we can expect. Obviously we don't expect you to, to speak on official capacity
right
for the company here, but it will be cool to have your opinions on this thing. Have you had any time to look into this whole omnibus spending bill or the fixed nicks?
I haven't, and usually I do try to keep an eye on what's going on, but honestly, just the last few days, particularly with everything, as you well know, going on with YouTube and everything else, and out the crazy schedule that Josh and I and our whole marketing team keep, I just haven't had an opportunity in the last couple of days. Partially also because I honestly, everybody in the company, even office people, have been mandated to work in the warehouse to get orders out. So 8 hours the last 2 days picking orders. So trying to get them out.
Are you telling me you guys have actually been doing actual work?
It's somebody has a photo of it undoubtedly somewhere.
This will probably never happen again.
It should also be made clear that Ryan was still wearing his classy cowboy boots while walking the picking lines.
Okay. I was about to say there's going to be some strange things in people's packages.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I don't know. If you notice, if you're getting a shipment from Brownells lately and there's weird stuff in there, I would be doing that, man. If I was shipping out stuff, I'll be putting all kinds of things in there, like Hank Strange was here, writing that on the inside of.
That's kind of a fun idea.
So it's a kind of a crazy idea. If Hank, what would you imagine? Josh, for instance, what would some lucky or perhaps unlucky customer find in a package packed by Josh? What would that be?
I think that Josh will be putting words of wisdom, maybe some workout protein bars,
and a bodybuilding.com shirt.
Yeah, some little baby shirts.
My wife have been there. Everybody, listeners should know.
This is how you look swole.
Yeah, that Josh lifts. He likes you to know that. So if you just go to @JoshuaCoburn on Instagram.
Thanks.
You see him lifting every day. Loves you to know that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Shameless plug for Josh and his biceps.
Thank you.
If you want to see a sexy hunk of man meat, go to what's your? I know I find you by Josh Coburn, but what is?
Yeah, that's what it is @Joshua Coburn.
Okay.
Yeah. Josh UA.
Yeah, Joshua.
Yeah.
Joshua Coburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it again @Joshua Coburn.
Yeah, he wants you to go there and tell him how sexy he is.
At biceps, you can find him there too.
I'm not kidding at all. So, okay, let me keep going down the list here, folks in here real quick. SoCal Pits, I see as well. Mike the Wop 00, that's his name. That's not me, guys. Just so you know. Kentucky Firearms Network, Robert McRae. I think I said Chris Illog. Let me see. So there's some serious conversation. Vanessa Kitty, Nick of Earth, Jason Gutierrez, Boss Hog is also in here as well. Let me see. Efrain Rodriguez, Ryan Morales, Vanessa, Carl Compton,
on over.
Sketchy Roll. Sketchy Roll is in as well. Sketchy Roll. I don't know if you guys see any of these names that you like. Let me know. I think I said SoCal Gunner, but whatever. We'll hit it up again. Let's see who else we've got. Scott Kimball and Hamburger Helper. These are some cool names, by the way. Yeah, Hamburger
Boss
Helper.
Hog and Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, Boss Hog.
Yeah.
Totally.
Scott Kimball says the Second Amendment rights of more than 4 million Americans are at risk thanks to Republicans in Congress. So there you go. I think that number's higher, but I would definitely agree with the sentiment in there. LV Louis Cipher. He says he was 16 in 1984. Congratulations to you. That's cool. Foxtrot Echo is in here as well. So there's a lot of stuff. He says, anyone know if the bill to raise the cost of NFA stamps is included in this BS that they're voting on now? Not sure what's up with that. Brick says, what's up, strangers? We got Mike Bryant. We got Screaming Skull Saloon. And let me see.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I should probably go there, wherever that is.
Screaming Skull Saloon.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Lights Out 183, I see as well in here. Gerald Loafers. And like I said, guys, I am just going through this. STL Storm Spotter says hashtag Jazzy Time for the jazz hands. I see Joe Guzman, CB. Almonds said, what? Brownells.
That's right. What? That's
so there you go. Just hit hashtag Brownells, everyone. Let's get like folks up here in the chat. Let's do hashtag Brownells. Or do you guys have any favorite hashtags?
Yeah, hashtag Brownells is our big one.
It's a good way to get into the Bureau of Propaganda. Hashtag Brownells.
That's right.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Bureau of Propaganda. Where's my Bureau of Propaganda patch? Hold on a second. Let me make sure. I might get kicked out of the Bureau if I don't have this.
You may.
There we go. Check it out, dudes. Boom.
That's right.
There you go.
Commandant Hank Strange.
Commandant.
Yeah.
Is that a promotion? We just promote
I
Hank?
think we did. Because
am I Commandant now? Because let me see if I can get up to. I don't know what's higher than Commandant. Like,
well, I mean, there's Chief Field Agent, which you were. But I just threw it out there.
Josh has promoted you. I haven't signed off on it though. So
yeah. Okay.
We'll evaluate by the end of the show, Hank.
I know how to get it signed off on. Let's do this. People who are watching right now, is it possible to give away a couple of these guys? Can we do that? If they do, if they show,
I think that's interesting. Can we cover what it is so people know how to get in?
Yeah.
Yes, it's your show, Hank.
Yes. No. Let's cover what it is. But if we can get some people to post something and put hashtag Brownells in it.
That's what I mean. If they can get in, we can just tell them how to get in.
Yeah. We can make them infantrymen. So you tell us how to be an infantryman in the Bureau of Propaganda.
You want to handle that one?
All right. So I can handle. So the Bureau of Propaganda is just a fun program that Josh and I developed, and it's really just trying to get more people to promote the safe, responsible ownership, the Second Amendment, all that stuff on their Instagram or any social media page. Just post stuff. If you're doing cool stuff with guns, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to prove that you bought the stuff at Brownells, whatever. If you did, you didn't. You know what? You show us that you're one of those badass members of the Second Amendment community out doing your thing, and whatever you're doing, shooting, posing a gun on the counter, whatever you're going to do, and just use hashtag Brownells.
Promoting the lifestyle, building up firearms, building a stock. I mean, if you're a solid gunsmith, we want to see you. We want you part of the Bureau. It's all about good times and being inclusive. So
use hashtag Brownells. We see you do it a couple of times. We send you a patch and a little welcome note from all of us. And then there's more to the patch, though. They're behind it. So we're working on creating some specific events for Bureau members. And then we do some drawings just randomly. Who knows, you might wind up with an free optic in your mailbox.
Yeah, if you guys got a few ammo cans, 223. Another dude got to choose $500 worth of whatever he wanted from our website. Right. So if you're in the kind of the bucket of field agents, you're a part of the family. So we want to make sure we treat you like that.
Absolutely. That's very cool. Now, let me ask you, is sharing something like this, like a screen capture of them watching our show, can that count as one of the things that you have to do to get in?
We will grant 5 bureau memberships tonight by doing just that. How about that?
Yep, we'll seek it out. Yeah, hashtag Brownells, and we'll find you on Instagram tomorrow. And Ryan, since I'll be traveling, no, I guess I can do it tomorrow. Ryan and I can consult tomorrow before I head out and maybe choose those individuals. And we'll reach out via Instagram and get your address, and we'll get some letters out to everybody.
Awesome. Sweet. There you go. So, you guys pick what you want to do. You can pick this picture of me holding the patch.
Commandant Strange.
Yeah, there you go.
There
I'll do the salute.
That's right. Commandant Strange. I want to see that.
The Commandant.
I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that salute, but you could do other things. You can capture. Let's see. Can we get Ryan? Can you flex? Oh,
me?
actually, yeah.
You don't want to be seen.
Oh no, they'll put those down. Put those down, Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Put those down.
So,
those are a little anemic. Let's see Josh do it. Let's
see Josh do it.
You get one.
Yeah. Oh, look at that! Look at that. We got to figure out what to do with Ryan, Josh. What can we?
I don't know. Like, if anybody knows Ryan, he's kind of got a swagger about him, but I don't know how we capture that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we do it.
That's the only thing. I don't know.
I'm kind of liking that watch he's rocking. I don't know.
He does.
He's pretty stylish. He's pretty stylish and sexy here.
Yeah, he is. It's honestly, it's the boy band hair. I think we're all very aware that Ryan was the pretty boy at the front of the stage when in the 90s when he was fronting those boy bands back in the day. And that's his hair remained the same the whole time.
The hair remained the same. My stomach size and waistline didn't. So.
No, but I noticed you are always very stylish. I'm not trying to take anything away from Josh, but you're always rocking some really cool shoes or something,
Well, thanks, man.
Like that. Yeah. So that's cool.
Are you flattered?
I am. I'm flattered. I don't get those compliments. So it's nice that
Josh doesn't compliment you like that.
Yeah. I work with Josh every day. I don't get these compliments.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you may have just come between whatever Ryan and I have. So.
Oh, my bad. That's the last thing I want to do here. So, okay, let's go on a little bit here, but you guys got that. So start working on it right now. You got that from right here. I've got, let's see, Roadkill Raker is also in here. Daryl Sunborn Jr. David A says, Brownells, please get some Lancer magazines in stock. Thanks.
Man, let me
address that actually.
This needs addressing.
Well, no, but people have questions. Well, if I know something about it, sometimes I don't know. But we work with 2,500 vendors. We have over 100,000 products. So sometimes I honestly, even though I'm the comms guy, I don't know every time. But I know, and I don't remember which SKUs. But I know that we got a notification from Lancer like last week or 2 weeks ago that there were some that. Didn't still, I think I'm trying to remember all the notifications. I think it was Lancer that we weren't going to get them till like late summer or something like that. If somebody from Lancer's listening, please give me grace, just because I don't remember off the top of my head. But we did have a customer notification that went out about a week or 2 weeks ago about them basically not being able to deliver for a long time. So, but the moral of the story is we do get a lot of questions about availability on a lot of different products. And usually it comes down to if I don't have them, I can't ship them to you. And that was the case with some Lancer SKUs. We're in stock on a lot of Lancer SKUs, but some of them there was going to be some pretty significant delays with. So
okay,
I was able to handle that theoretically, hopefully.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't even know something was going down with Lancer.
Yeah, and I don't claim to know the reason or what it is, but it was that I think it was 2 or 3 of their SKUs that were going to be we weren't going to be able to get for a while.
Okay, all right.
And that's really not all of them. So
okay, but that's definitely a popular item that you guys carry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Great company. Yep.
Awesome. Let's see what else we have. David Hines says, What's up, everybody in the Brownells dudes? Love those retro rifles. I want all of them, he says. That's from David Hines.
Fantastic. Well, let's see. We've got a couple.
Yeah. You've got some retro rifles, yeah. Hopefully. Well, that one looks very familiar. That belongs to my cousin, Pookie Love.
Oh, Pookie,
your cousin.
Pookie Love right there. Yeah. You know,
talk about stylish with that gold medallion too.
Yeah, you know, everyone in the family is super sexy.
Is that the crest? Is that the family crest? Or
yes.
what is that?
Yeah.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually recognize that's the M177. What is it?
M177.
Yeah, there you go. Because that's what Bebe Skates has.
Right.
Yep.
But I also am working on a video right now that's probably coming out over the weekend or something like that.
Yeah, I saw some of your posts about it.
Yeah, that's a badass gun, man.
We shall look forward to seeing it. Yeah, if these are, and the great news is they all went out of stock pretty quick after launch. But I think we're in a decent inventory position of them right now. So it's a good time to jump in.
I know we have them back available.
Yeah,
or they were this afternoon.
Okay, so anyone who's looking for those, you better jump on that.
Yeah, because we don't get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in. We get them, a few dozen at a time, and they just they go out of stock pretty quick. So if you see them, grab them. Well, we'll continue to get more and more and more, but they definitely have been very popular.
I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Tango Hunter says #roll call. Chris Bullis says #Hank Dreams. Yeah, I'm worried about that right now. I'm gonna have to have therapy before I go to sleep. And Joe Guzman says, Brownells, I need the new Geisley SSP flat bow. So
that's one where I can tell you I don't know a lot about it. If we had our product guys here, they could sit and tell you about everything all day long. But that's not one that.
What was it?
That comes to mind. It's a Geisley trigger. Is it Geisley? Is it trigger? Geisley
yeah, it's a Geisley trigger. The SSP flat bow.
Yeah, that's the one we were kind of waiting on for quite a while, right? Maybe some, but I know we were waiting on a few Geisley triggers that were gonna come in, and then they held back for something. I don't know if it's a manufacturing issue or delays or what, but yeah, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Sadly.
Yes. We won't be able to answer all questions today, but we can always put some questions. We can put questions forward to these guys. Almonds and Almonds says he always dreams of Hank. Me.
Yes.
He always dreams of me. Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It probably just naturally goes without saying, but because I said it, now the whole world's probably going to feel a little more comfortable with being vulnerable about it as well.
Yeah.
So,
everyone's coming out of the Hank closet right now.
Right. I mean, we're all here for a reason, and it's generally because Hank's here. So
yeah. Here's my advice on the Hank closet: stay in.
Stay in.
Yeah. RJ Maurer says, Hank, keep up the fight. Thanks, Semper Fidelis. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will. I'm not going to stop. Scott Kimball says he's looking for the P365. I know quite a few people that are. Do you guys have those in yet?
So let me read you. Yeah, you'll have to. Is it who asked the question?
I think it's Scott Kimball. Hold on. Let me double check that. Yeah, Scott Kimball.
Okay, Scott, hang on 1 second. I actually work with the folks at SIG this week. And I don't want to misquote them. SIG's a great partner, great company.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'll just roll through some more things really quick here. So let's see who else is in here. Screaming Skull Saloon says, dreaming of Hank rolling around in a Rolls Royce, eating a McGangbang. So there you go.
I'm not sure what that last thing is, but I'm super down with seeing that stuff. Yeah. I feel like your cousin Pookie Love owns a Rolls Royce. Yeah, well,
what he's talking about is I actually borrowed a Rolls Royce Wraith from a friend of mine.
Wow.
And it was a badass car. So I was like, what can I do with this? And I heard that at McDonald's there's a secret menu. And if you go there and you ask for the secret menu, you might get it. So one of the things is a McGangbang, which I think is a cheeseburger and a grilled chicken put together in the same sandwich. So I rolled through, asked for it, and I made a video about this, but I didn't get it. They basically didn't want to give it to me, so I had to order the thing separately and put it together.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, but there's a video.
You ordered it?
No, they didn't. However, there are McDonald's that do know about it, so I challenge you guys as you travel around the world. I don't know how many times you stop at McDonald's,
Never.
Yeah.
Because I don't lift weights and post about it all the time. I actually do stop at McDonald's from time to time,
And it shows. So
and it does show. And in fairness,
right.
he's absolutely. I have an answer. I have the SIG. I
Okay.
have the SIG response. If
let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So the moral of the story, guys, is again, we don't get products in and wait to ship them. They go out as quickly as we can. We just haven't received the shipment yet, and I looked around at our competitors and I know that they aren't in. I think a few of them are getting in the hands out there from a high level, but I don't think that yet they're still shipping tons and tons and tons and tons of them yet. But their statement is quote, even though SIG planned for a significant P365 orders, we are producing thousands. Let me start that over. Even though SIG planned for significant P365 orders, we are producing thousands of P365 a month. It has been impossible to keep up with market demand. We are doing everything in our power to maximize capacity, but the P365 will likely be in a backlog situation for many weeks. We appreciate your patience as we aim to fulfill orders as quickly as possible while still delivering the quality product expected from Sig Sauer.
Okay.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Straight from SIG.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. It's great. It's great to have access to that kind of knowledge.
No, they're, the SIG guys are great. Everybody knows the brand. It's a fantastic brand. I just bought a SIG 320X carry today. So.
Oh, okay.
Kind of cool.
And how are you liking it?
Well, I just bought it today, but I'll take it to the range this weekend and see. But man, it's got a great trigger on it. I was talking to Rich Morovitz from their academy. We did the live cast last week, and he was basically saying that they designed that 320X carry to basically pull it out, and you shouldn't need to do anything to it. I mean, it does have a great trigger in it. I'll say that. Probably the best factory trigger that I've ever played around with. So it's really fantastic.
Oh, okay, cool. Let me see. I wanna hit some more comments here. We've got lots of people in here, so if you guys have questions, I think now would be a good time to hit me up with the questions. The scroll is going up. I also want to remind everyone to click those thumbs ups and share the video and everything. I know people are saying that they're like, I see people in the chat saying that they didn't get notifications and all that kind of stuff. There's lots of things going on here with YouTube in the back end. I'll be honest with you, they're definitely trying to limit what we do. And that's why I'm always encouraging people in the chat to click the thumbs ups and share and everything, because all the stuff that YouTube would normally do to let people know that we're having these conversations, they are cutting back on that. So it's just part of a campaign, I think, that's going on. Have you guys heard about this stuff?
Oh yeah, we've been definitely monitoring it along with you and many others in the social media realm. Absolutely. We've been on top of it. I mean, it affects us all, definitely. Yeah,
absolutely. And we've been dealing with it for some time. I don't think that it's going to stop anytime soon. I think, as a matter of fact, it's escalating. So, it's the way I look at it, it's serious censorship, and it's even discrimination, because what we're involved in here is 100% legal. Covered by the Constitution, a full part of freedom. You can't say that you believe in freedom and then exclude us from that. As a matter of fact, we are involved in the thing that guarantees freedom.
Right.
That's it.
To everyone. So, it's a weird thing that's happening, and we all have to do what we can to push back on it. So that's why I'm saying, let's just make sure that we get the message out there. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here. Jordan Poole says he hasn't been getting the notifications either. So there's lots of conversations about the dream.
Of course there is.
About dreams.
You didn't even know.
Insight Freedom says, yeah, YouTube is in our back end. Oh, yes, they are. You are so right, sir. I totally agree with you on that. Yeah. And so one of the things that we were here to talk about is the main topic of the show. And I know you guys have been on the road, so I am just going to pull up some news stories on this. Basically, there's a massive here before I even pull up the stories. What's going on? There's a massive omnibus bill. For anyone who doesn't know, the omnibus is kind of like the catch-all of bills in Washington. They just throw everything in there that's too difficult for them to push through on their own. Usually lots of spending in it. And they're usually telling us, if we don't do this, it's the end of the world. So, and now what's happening is they've also put the fixed NICs into this bill because they know that on its own they can't push the fixed NICs part thing on us. And if you don't know why, there's the fixed NICs is something that's put out there to basically, I don't know, I guess put the Brady bill on steroids, or make it more difficult for people to go through background checks, which I think the background checks are already difficult enough. And lots of the things that they want to add in there, I believe, is going to make it more difficult for people, especially combat veterans, people suffering from PTSD and all that kind of stuff, make it more difficult for them to get their hands on guns, which is not, to me, that's not necessarily going to fix anything. I think there's already things in place. They should just enforce what's in place. Lots of things that have happened in our society lately. If they would have actually done stuff about this, if the FBI would have followed up on warnings and all that kind of stuff, we wouldn't be here. They know that we don't like the fixed NICs bill. Let's put it that way. So they're going to put it in the omnibus bill. I think that's circulating out there right now. Do you guys have any kind of opinion on it?
I'll default to Ryan.
Yeah, like I said, I have not had a chance to look at it. And and I think that what our industry always looks at, and guys like and I'm very much in line with your thinking, is it's people always try to write these bills and but there's always poison pills in those bills. Exactly what you said, right? Mm-hmm. There's language in there that's going to make it harder for vets and that sort of thing to get guns. Absolutely not acceptable. And to your point, there's already laws in place. We don't need to add more laws. Look, at the end of the day, all these efforts come back to one very simple thing, in my opinion, and I'm not speaking for the company, I'm speaking in my opinion, but more laws just prevent good people from getting guns. And
mm-hmm.
that's not something that I support one bit.
Yeah. And I'd like to encourage people to really look at what's going on here and push back. I was communicating with the GOA today. If you guys look on my Facebook page, you'll see a post I put up from them. I'll put up other posts. But if you just follow the GOA, you'll see there's things that you could do about this. And notably, they've made it easy for you to reach out to your senators, congressmen, etc., your representatives, and let them know that you don't agree with this. And they need to take, if the fixed NICs is that important, they need to take it out and let it stand on its own, stand or fall on its own. They definitely don't need to put it into something like the omnibus bill. And if they do, we need to encourage these politicians to push back on that and kill that bill, the whole thing, if that's what it takes. We really need to pay attention to what's going on the national level, on the local level. That kind of stuff is going on here in Florida. Every 20 years, actually, I just found out about this last week. Every 20 years in Florida, you can actually add amendments to the Constitution of the state of Florida. And wow. So there were people going around trying to put gun control into our Constitution. Thankfully, I believe that yesterday those things got blocked. But to be honest with you, a few weeks ago, we got a gun control bill here in Florida. It passed through, and it was pushed through by Republicans, and then our Republican governor signed it. And, we need to push back on all that kind of stuff. There's lots of things in there. Now you can't, if you were under 21 years old, you couldn't buy a handgun already, which I think is bad enough because lots of people that are 18, 19, 20 are out there on their own. But now you can't buy any gun in the state of Florida until you're 21 years old. That's actually a big deal, and I believe unconstitutional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Definitely off base, in my personal opinion. That's for sure.
Yeah, and there's quite a few other things in there. One of the also very egregious things in there is that there's some debate of whether or not it's right now or in October 1st. If you have a firearm that has either a bump stock on it or any rate increasing device, you're also going to be a felon in the state of Florida. So that's kind of insane. There's lots of things like that going on. I mean, we can have a whole conversation about this, and we have. But I think what people need to do out there is pay attention to what your local governments are doing and, push back on that and tell them that these things are unconstitutional. You won't support people that do it.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing. I think that national politics always tend to get a lot of attention, But as they say, the decisions that impact your life the most are decisions that are made close by the state and local levels. And
Right.
there's got to be a hell of a big fight going on at the state levels right now. I'm happy actually yesterday in Iowa. And Iowa's come a long way in the last couple of years with regard to gun laws, but just yesterday, a constitutional amendment passed the House, and actually that it had some R's and D's. Both passed it. It's at Iowa's one of, I think it's only 6 states that doesn't have the akin to a Second Amendment portion of the state constitution. There's no quote unquote pro-gun language in our state constitution. And so led by the Iowa Firearms Coalition, they are trying to get that passed. And that requires a vote in 2 sessions and then an actual public vote to make that amendment. But we're actually going the right way instead of Florida going the wrong way. So I'm pretty proud to be an Iowan at this point.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we can overturn these things in Florida. I'm not happy about it happening. But here on the national level, and people are reminding me in the chat that it has passed the House. This is very likely to pass tomorrow because it's in the omnibus bill. That's the crazy thing. So that means we're getting this. Our representatives out there are pushing this, shoving this down our throat, whether we like it or not, on a national level, which is also important. Someone says that when Lola's not here, I don't pay attention to the chat. Who said that? Let's see. Okay, Nick of Earth says, is Lola here? Seems without her, Hank doesn't pay much attention to the chat. Laugh out loud. That's probably true. I'm not going to argue that.
As stated earlier, before we went live, we all need a Lola in our lives. No joke.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
apparently they see it too.
Yeah, absolutely. She's supposed to be here. She was here. I don't know where she left me. And I'm basically the only one here in the studio. So yes, it's tough. I'm talking to Ryan and Josh. I'm looking at the chat at the same time. There's a whole bunch of news coming through. People are texting me and sending me messages on social media and stuff like that, which is all awesome. I love it. I'm not complaining about it at all. It's just how it goes down. It's kind of a crazy kind of thing that goes on here. But, I did want to cover this because it's very important stuff that's happening right now. And lots of things, it seems, are going to get forced on us here, whether we like it or not. And ultimately, the thing that we need to do about this is push back and let people know that when you do things like this to us, we're just not going to take it and let you get away with it.
Absolutely.
So, Ghetto Hound Gamer wants to know if Lola is my wife. I think so.
She's purported to be your wife.
Yeah, I think so. Unless she's out there right now calling her divorce lawyer.
Maybe.
Yeah, we've actually been
scrolling through Instagram, staring at my photos.
Right, so that's very possible. That's very possible.
Josh lifts. I'm not sure if the audience heard that.
Yeah. I don't know if Josh told anyone this.
Yeah, no, it's weird. He's actually doing curls right now.
Yeah, he is pretty proud of his body.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a phrase I've never heard in my life.
So good.
No, she is a fan though. She is a fan. She shows me all those muscle pictures you put out there. And I'm like, Lola, listen, I am trying to go through my scroll without seeing Josh's naked muscle pictures. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then like, what's that notification on your phone? You're like, oh, he just posted another one. I do have this notification.
Yeah, so
he has Lola's number, as we talked about earlier. Hopefully she's not getting direct messages.
That's good. Yeah, she might be seeing more than the rest of us.
Right.
Whoa. Nah, I have respect, sir.
Yeah.
Respect for his body.
Yeah, Richard Harper says, where's Babyface P? Babyface he's got something going on tonight, some stuff that he's working on here. So he's not able to make it on the show. Tactical Ranger 84 says Lola is Hank's boss. Yes, wife and boss. That's kind of the marriage contract. So, okay, Mike Bryant says, at Brownells, can I send Josh a Respect the Bear decal sticker? I think I have one left.
That would be awesome. I would absolutely love that for sure. Yeah.
So how can people send you gifts, Josh?
What's that?
Like how can they send you gifts like muscle oil and and other things.
Muscle oil.
Yeah. How can people out there send you gifts? My friend?
Send it to Brownells. The Brownells, well, it depends maybe on what it is, but send it to the Brownells address. Attention to me, Josh. Joshua Coburn, as it were, or Ryan Rep. I mean, we should send boot shine to Ryan at least.
Some kind of hair gel.
Yeah, you win.
There you go.
That's it. Hair gel.
Yeah.
What was it that you use again?
I use a number of things.
Yeah, but what was the one?
The one that you got a particular kick out of was called OG Baller.
You hear that?
No
joke.
I bought it at Sport Clip, so it wasn't like I sought this out.
No. Okay. Here's the whole story, if I may. This is what you get into with us, as you know. So we're traveling together, as we do, and I walk into our shared restroom because we do have to share a room generally when we travel. And here is this thing that says OG Baller. And I am in complete disbelief that it's actually his hair gel because I never saw him as a particular OG baller.
Yeah, how is
Because
he
I'm not,
OG?
frankly.
Right?
There's nothing about me that.
So I
Wow.
was astounded.
Yeah, that's very interesting. The part I found interesting is you guys have to share, a restroom here or bathroom and all that kind of stuff. Ryan, what do? Do you just keep your eyes closed walking around? Because I'm pretty sure that Josh likes to walk around unclothed.
Well, I don't know about that. The fact is, though, he's muscly, but he's also a homunculus. So he's not at eye level for me at all. So rarely do I see him.
Right.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. That was a low blow with a big word, homunculus.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have to look that up.
A low blow, would that be pun intended?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
But no, when we travel, see, we have the opportunity to travel a lot, thankfully, and meet, shake hands. So anybody that's out there, like if you hear an event's coming near you with the Bureau of Propaganda, it's generally Ryan or I or both of us. And, come out, shake our hands, hang out with us, because that's what it is. It's about handshakes and hangs and having a couple of drinks and getting to know kind of the Brownells crew, as you've been a part of those, Hank, in Vegas. So you know how fun it is to kind of rub elbows with everybody. But
absolutely.
Yeah. It's a good time. And unfortunately or fortunately, we do share hotel rooms when we travel. So now it's out in the world. I don't know what it means.
Yeah. If people out there really knew how ridiculous these guys are, you're just seeing a little bit of the ridiculousness here. They're still at Brownells officially. So as long as that sign is in the background, there's a limit of how crazy. I'm trying to walk the line, which is very difficult for me.
Yeah. Well, we've been with Brownells the whole time you've known us, man. It's we have our our good guy hats on today, so we're doing our best.
You got to behave yourself. We don't want Pete Brownell seeing this and going, "That's it."
He wouldn't be shocked to see this, so I got to tell you that.
Yeah, probably not. So let's see what's going on here. Trying to go through. Okay, Hamburger Helper wants to know 1 or 2 bedrooms. This can get off the rails really fast.
Hamburger
are you
Helper
even looking at the chat? Go ahead.
He's got a legitimate question. I mean, usually it's 1 room with 2 beds. So,
and by usually, he is not referring that there's ever a case that there's a single bed. So, no. To be clear, we have never shared the same sleeping area ever.
I would rather sleep outside the door.
Right. Yeah, the same room.
If we did, though, there would have to be the pillow delineation.
I'm just going to go with I'll sleep on the floor, so I don't have to have this.
That's fair. You can always sleep on the floor, because I'm sure someone else sleep on the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, also, to be clear, I mean, I may be a homunculus, but he would be the small spoon, obviously. So, anyway.
Okay, should we even first of all, let's give the meaning of homunculus right here. If you didn't already Google it, it's a noun. It's a very small human or humanoid creature. Historical, a supposed microscopic but fully formed human being from which a fetus was formerly believed to develop.
Right.
So there you go.
Is that a new? Did I drop a new word on you, Hank? For the
no, I've heard it before, but I was like, I know I've heard that word before, but I've never, I mean,
it's not a word that comes up frequently. In
yeah,
town.
I could just picture Josh right now with one of those little baby shirts with homunculus on there, and everyone's gonna think it just means muscled out.
Right.
Maybe we just made up a term. We could call him He-Manculus.
Yeah. See, there's no one watching the chat.
This just went over the edge.
No one watching the chat understands why. Okay, I'm gonna go pull up Instagram right now, because people think watching the chat are like, what is going on here? You don't realize like why we're making fun of Josh, which he's a good sport, by the way. You should.
Oh man,
it's a great sport. Yeah,
you should follow Josh Coburn on Instagram. He always puts out a lot of what I call, motivational. He puts out a lot of motivational things.
right.
But somewhere in there, he's always slipping in the muscles. And listen, a guy you got to put in a lot of work to get this kind of musculature going, I'm assuming.
Oh my gosh.
Right? So we might as well, let me see if I can show you guys. Here we go.
Oh, look at this.
There he is.
This is one of the benign ones. And basically, if you think of like Lord of the Rings and one of the dwarfs, got real chiseled one day.
Keep in mind, he is exactly 4 feet 2 inches tall.
Oh my lord.
and I'm just making fun. I'm looking. There was a really crazy one here. I'm trying to find it. I hope you didn't take that off of here.
I generally don't remove anything from the Instagrams, both on my page or the Brownells page for that matter.
Yeah, I think this was his motivation right here. You guys have to go to Josh Coburn.
Yeah, Juan, absolutely.
To really see like what we're talking about here. But this is serious. I'm trying to find that picture. And yes, you know what? If Lola was here, she would have already found it and brought it to me. But unfortunately, she's not
been
here.
like, hey, look, honey, it's my screen.
Here's one, but this is not really a good one. But let me just tell you, you have to be very secure as a dude to show this part of your body. Right here. That's a very secure man.
Oh,
I mean, or you have to be Chris Brown or something like that.
Oh man, this is too good.
I don't know if I should go on, but I don't know how many of the people in my audience are still here. I hope.
I was going to say you just lost them.
The thing is like I think the audience needs to understand it. I think this conversation played out at like an IHOP one time between the three of us.
Yeah, it did.
And now they just get to be a part of it. So it's
right. Well, you know what happened? I think when I first met Josh, Josh, you obviously been working on the build and all that for a long time, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I think when I first met you at the Brownells booth, you must have been wearing your pre-muscled out clothing.
normal sizes, yeah,
like normal sizes. Because or you had on like a suit that wasn't really, cut down to the new muscles or something like that.
I think I probably met you like 3.5 years ago, something like that, and I didn't really start hitting the gym until about 2 years ago. So.
Oh, okay, that's probably why.
Yeah.
So for me, whenever things freak me out like that, I have to talk about it. But
it was the first thing you said. Cracked me up.
Yeah, I was like, "What the hell is going on?" So
yeah.
okay.
I was just
So people want to know how to spell this. It's Coburn, right? Coburn.
You got it.
Please go there and comment.
So yes, so when you go find Josh's page, you'll find a number of photos that have his bare nipples on them. But then you'll also know that he's the wizardry behind the Brownells Instagram and Facebook pages and all that stuff.
Yeah, I do actually serve a role here other than just being shirtless in the office.
Where have you been, woman? Where have you been? You've left me just...
Have you been behaving yourself?
No.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Welcome back, Lola.
Yeah.
Thanks. Had to have a quick meeting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Quick meetings had to be had. Okay.
Quick meetings had to be had.
All right. Yeah. We're behaving. We're totally behaving
Oh,
here. We're not teasing Josh or anything like that.
No.
That hasn't happened. So she says, stay on topic. SoCal Gunner says 300. This is Brownells.
That's that's right.
Yeah. So there you go. All right. Okay. So let's. Jacob R says he is the buff wizard of Brownells.
That's exactly right.
Nick of Earth says Lola Strange is awesome. they
agree.
want Lola to take over. I don't know. She left again.
I'm right here.
Oh, she's back there in the darkness. I can't see her. And if she goes in the shadows, she's like it's like a stealth thing.
Yeah, she's a ninja.
Yeah, if she goes in the shadows, you can't see her. And I mean that in a good way. That's I like the dark chocolate skin. What can I say? David Hines says ripped Gandalf.
Oh,
yeah. This is great. Let's just keep this rolling. This is fantastic. Keep it coming, folks. Keep it coming.
Yeah, Tango Hunter says, yes, we're behaving here, just like talking to shirtless Jake from the State Farm.
yeah. And I mean in khakis.
He's wearing khaki. Actually,
Ryan's in khakis.
On. Yeah, it's cliche.
Yeah. So David Hines says, you gun control shall not pass. There's going to be lots of...
I like that. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a meme, by the way. Probably better make a meme about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
This is not the gun control you're looking for. I feel like that's...
This is not... That's Star Wars one. Okay, cool. All right, so you know what? Let's get into... We're here to talk about the rally. Let's do some of that. Yeah. I don't know. I missed the suggestions. So if you guys have suggestions, you can hit us up with that again. Someone, who has just said this? Jacob R says, he says, lift, you fools. Yes. Joe Guzman says, ripped Ragnar Lothbrok.
Apparently I'm Viking. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah, I think it's the beard, man.
It is. And what's hilarious is people usually assume I'm like 6'8", because I get called like beast and all kinds of crap on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And what people don't realize is I'm actually 5'6", and Ryan's the giant. We just had to force perspective this so I didn't look mini.
Yeah.
We look equal size right now.
Yeah, but this is why I tell Lola all the time. Like, Lola looks ripped too, but it's easy when you're short.
Oh
yeah.
It's easy. When you have long arms like this, you can't put those kind of muscles on these long arms.
Oh, I'll disagree.
When you have little baby Tyrannosaurus Rex arms, it's easy to look ripped.
I feel like Lola and I's work just got slighted. That's how I feel. It's cool.
Yeah, what was that? I missed that last part. I missed it.
I think Josh worked like 12 humble brags into that one.
Yeah.
Probably no less than 12.
At least 12. I was going for 13, so... So weren't we going to talk about like the cannonball run or something?
Yeah. Okay.
Look at Josh bring us back on topic.
Well, yeah, let's do that. And let's remind everyone, please click the thumbs ups. If we're entertaining you, we deserve some thumbs ups just for the entertainment value of the show. But we are going to talk about it. And like everyone, if you've got your ideas for what we should call this thing, let's hear about it tonight. Let's see what you guys think. So what were the details? Josh?
You know what? I have a small printout of the initial map, which Hank, you have seen. I'm going to hold it up here for those of you watching. I don't know if you can see it real well.
Yeah, we can. I've got it locked in. Just hold it still. Your muscle should help you with this. Also, steady. I'm reading your hands. What does it say on your? Does it say fist?
No, this one says lost. That's a representation of my childhood.
Oh.
Now we're getting deep.
Yeah, hold it up a little closer.
Learn too much about Josh.
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. We're going to publish this somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, the goal would be that's obviously preliminary. We're not 100% set on that, nor what we're doing in each of those locations that we go to.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, if our goal, if I may just throw it out there, which will, I guess, hold my feet to the fire later. But once we decide on a final route and a final name, and we get the dates established, we'll let everyone know what part of the route, or excuse me, what destination we'll be at on specific dates. And there's some long runs in there. But we encourage your listeners, our followers, and everybody else to come out and join us on those road trips when we stop and grab a lunch somewhere, you'll sit down with us and you'll chill out with us. If you want to go on 2 legs of that trip, you'll hit a hotel locally where that event's going to be held, and we'll decide on a leaving time in the morning. You know, I mean, that's how it'll be. It'll be literally running with us and you and anyone else who wants to come out and kind of enjoy the events and enjoy the road trips with us. Big thing to remember is each event we're going to try to make different in each part of the country, and some will be gun related, some won't be, because it's really about experiencing each other and having a good time and family. You know, we mentioned earlier with the Bureau of Propaganda and about really being inclusive with everyone who's interested in firearms in general. And that's really what we want to do with it.
Okay, cool. I see Richard Harper says we need a million man march. You know, I agree with that. Someone's got to organize that. But I think we do need something like that to let people know how serious we are about the Second Amendment. LB Louis Cypher says one thing about being short is that it's very easy to punch someone in their garbage or junk.
Valid.
I know that has nothing to do with what's going on. RJ Mora says, will there be more retro models from Brownells? We'll talk about that here in a second, probably. So let's see what ideas we have. Mike Bryan says, hashtag shoot with strangers. So someone says guns across America. So Chris Bullis says Hank's Brown Trail. I was thinking the Brown Run, and then I was like, no, that's not going to be. That's not going to work either.
I still love the Brownells strange trip across America or something like that. That was my initial, because if obviously you guys are getting to know Ryan and I, and if you're involved, I mean, it's going to be a strange trip. Let's be real.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone, let me see who says this here. Canic Fanatic says running with the Brownells.
Ooh,
that's interesting.
That's pretty good.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. You know, I also was thinking, like, everything that I think is probably not a good idea. Like, I was thinking brown balls run.
Yeah.
Probably not a good one either.
Yeah, brown balls run. Yeah. That was I feel slighted in that as well.
No, so
I mean, I do love the cannonball. Like, is there a way to incorporate maybe like bullet across America? Like, I don't know, or like a cannonball run, you know, like I'm trying to incorporate like ballistics, you know, since it's a cannonball run before.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's that is interesting. I mean, that's why we're seriously looking for ideas from you guys. Let's see. Freedom Gun Run, someone says. Foxtrot Echo says, is everything in the South? Which
it is mostly in the South. Yes, at this point.
It goes from the
we move up into Colorado and Utah, and then back down through parts of. We'll be through.
Yeah, let's
Vegas.
talk the state route.
Yeah,
I mean, if you couldn't see the map, we'll tell you kind of the state route.
We'll be hitting Florida, the Carolinas. We'll be cruising over into Alabama. We'll be crossing Mississippi. We'll go into Texas, head up into Colorado, into Utah, across Nevada, and then down through southern California. It should be understood that the route is based on certain areas there that we can have events at, which is good for us, obviously. But the other thing is, if this goes well, that doesn't have to be the route next year.
Right.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
We would see changing the route up, and absolutely.
Yeah. And it does tend to be southern. I know we're going up to Colorado a little bit, but we are going across the belt of America there. So, I think it gives people an opportunity to not have to drive that far from where they're at.
Right.
If they want to join us. SoCal Gunner says a Gorn run. I don't know if you know what Gorn means, but we put guns and porn, like gun porn, together, and we call it Gorn. So
nice.
Yes, we call it Gorn. I think we started doing that because we didn't want to say gun porn all the time, and then YouTube picks out the porn part of it,
right?
And thinks that's what we're up to.
Yeah.
But we, corn, the Gorn run,
Gorn run.
yeah,
I kind of like that actually,
Makes me feel a little bit weird, but yeah.
which is probably why I like it.
yeah.
Uncomfortable would be a
We want you to be uncomfortable. We want you to be uncomfortable, right? As
Right.
much as possible.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Let me see. David Hines says he loves the retro guns, and Canic Fanatic says freedom movement. Let's see what else. Vanessa Kitty says Brownells or bust.
Yep.
So that's interesting. Hamburger Helper says friends of Brownells. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to Brownells, right? We should make that clear.
Yeah.
Not on this one anyway.
Yeah.
That said, if I may,
Sure.
if we threw some big party here for everyone, I mean, we could have people fly in. We could do a lot of cool stuff. And if that was something that people would want to come out to, we would definitely not rule something like that out. To be clear, so and we've thought about it, but a lot of times it's easier for us to go for a few of us to go somewhere and hold an event rather than to bring everyone here. But we're happy to do that. We're happy to open the doors and give a tour as part of an event. So
yeah. So that's not ruling anything out. We could still do, still do something here. Also, we're working with these guys' schedules. Do you want to talk, guys, about when we plan on doing this exactly? Because I know folks out there, that want to be part of it have to make those plans.
Yeah, we got a ton of travel. We got a lot of stuff going on right now, especially just to get this planned in general. It's going to have to be no sooner than probably mid-June. And it'll probably run based on the schedule, roughly 2 weeks-ish. And that's pushing it hard. I mean, we're going to be basically sometimes maybe not even in an area 24 hours. We'll be rolling hard. I mean, this is definitely a cannonball run.
Yeah.
So, it'll probably be, like 14 days. And, those who catch us early on will probably be super pumped. You catch us late in the trip, we'll probably be running on empty. We'll all be ragged.
But
My hair will probably be long.
As Josh can tell you, I'm always a nice guy, no matter how much sleep.
Oh, my Lord. Am I allowed to tell a ridiculous travel story right
yes,
now?
Yes, if it's something ridiculous about Ryan, he deserves it.
Other than his double chin, it's this story.
Oh my goodness!
The guy lives and waits for 2 years. It feels like he can.
Well, he could see your chin. That's the problem.
But it's a fairly recent development, which
right
kind of bugs the hell out of me. Life goes on.
Right. And I should also note, if I'm making fun of him, I'll also note that I'm actually standing up right now, and before I was sitting down. So if that tells anybody how short I am right now, but back to the story. On this long run, we pull like 15 hours all night, coming across New Mexico, right along El Paso. Yeah. And I don't even know where we're at, but we pull into this town because Ryan is wussing out and he's crying that he's tired. So we got to pull off, and we check like 10 hotels, and he comes out of like one of them. He's like, "Can you believe this? They are eating freaking breakfast in there." I'm like, "Dude, it's 6 a.m. Like he didn't realize the time. So we get to this hotel. We finally can check in, and it's pretty divey. There's not much going on. And the poor woman behind the counter is doing her best. She's working her butt off. She's been there all night. Ryan is giving his best curmudgeon face right at her because he's so mad that he's still awake, and she's been working for 4 minutes and he's not in his bed already. So this nice guy turns into an absolute demon if he hasn't had any sleep.
Yeah, and he thinks by giving her an evil face is gonna fix something.
Oh, no, that was not the plan. I wasn't staring her down.
It's just what he does. He gets all curmudgeon-y when he gets tired. So he's got a nice swagger when he's got it together, but it's
catch me early. That's the message,
right?
Prince Charming turns into the Beast.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I get it. Mike Bryan says skid marks.
Skid marks across America with Brownells. I kind of like that in a gross sort of way.
Yeah, let's not get this banned by the Brownells people. We can joke around here by this, but I don't want the upper echelon of Brownells, should I say, upper management. We don't want them going, wait a second.
Yeah. And we're hoping that they come out with us. I'd love to have a few of the guys come out, hit the road with us, at least for a certain leg of it.
Yeah, and it'll be cool to show off vehicles and stuff like that. So I'm definitely, I'm definitely
bring out old classic cars, motorcycles, whatever. That'd be great.
Yeah, cool rides. What kind of pickup trucks you got? What kind of Jeeps do you have, etc. All the badassery. Take it out.
It'll be like Mad Max across America.
I've kind of thought about rent. I do want to ride a motorcycle for a part of it, but my options are to rent one, and usually you have to return that to the same location. So that is a problem. But I'd love to ride a bike for a day or two.
Yeah, and maybe if there's some kind of biker that's going along with us, it can maybe work something out there. Let's see. The Tyven Show wants to know if you're going to have a stop in Ohio, or how close are we? How close are we coming? We're not coming that close to Ohio, right?
No, we'll be pretty south of there. We will be. We'll be in the Carolinas, and then we'll be in Alabama.
Alabama will be
the closest.
There's a chance though that there would be a really cool stop in Alabama.
Pretty major deal
to drive to though. So we're working on that, but we can't talk about details yet.
Yeah. Listen, this is like the best we can work out on this one, and we're kind of trying to fit it into a tight bracket here because these guys have stuff to do. So if we want them, obviously we want them to be part of it. So, we have to work with the schedule. There's lots of things going on like NRA and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's going to be great. We just want to make sure that even on a tight time schedule, people that show up understand that they're going to get an experience when they come out to each event. And that's what's important to us. We don't want to rush it and make it, kind of half-assed, if I can say that. So we want it to be great. So that's what we're working toward.
Yeah. So I see someone says, is there an event in Vegas?
There will be an event of some kind in Vegas on this trip. Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so there you go. There's something going on in Vegas. And if this is not close to you, which I understand, I mean, like you could still come through and maybe make a plans to take a couple of days off. Clinton Oxidine says no Georgia. I don't know how close we're coming to Georgia.
We will be close. We'll be pretty close to.
Isn't that?
We'll be in Alabama, but it'll be real close to Georgia. We'll have a few of our friends coming out from the Atlanta area to that event. So just keep an eye on that. It'll be worth the drive. We promise you that.
That's not true.
We'll be driving through. So if you want to meet us up on the way,
we're certainly down in that area.
Yeah, absolutely. We could probably, stop in somewhere, get gas or whatever, meet up with you.
Absolutely.
Get back on the road or something. Let's see. Scott Rousseau says, get a sidecar for Josh. he would love that. So,
I would love that.
Man.
I would absolutely get the goggles and the helmet,
if I was
the whole
on a
thing.
Motorcycle and you were in the sidecar.
I would do that all day long.
Oh my god!
All day
Leather
long.
goggles.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that would look. Yeah, he's gonna look.
I'm
balling.
into it. Let's do it.
He's gonna look balling in there. What would be really funny is like you, Ryan. Like at the helm, then Josh in the sidecar, and then Josh has like a little chihuahua or something.
Yeah,
probably
in there with him.
I'm more of a cat guy, so I'd bring my
one of
cat.
his cats.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Do you have like a fluffy white cat or?
I have a huge fluffy black and white cat. Yeah.
Okay,
so
there you go. Yeah, that's
It's
that's gonna look very interesting. That picture is gonna go viral. So there you go.
I mean, also, I just to clear this up, I'll also be shirtless as we're flying down the road.
Right.
Because
I think we need to have a shirtless roll. No,
a roll?
No shirtlessness.
Yeah.
Oh, no shirt. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Josh just bailed on the trip.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm fine with that. Since I'm planning, I'm gonna go ahead and trash this. So I'm out.
Okay. We'll have a special exemption for you.
All right.
But I don't want to see everyone show up there shirtless. Okay, Gregory White Knocked says three-wheelers. Yes, three-wheelers are welcome. I like reverse trikes, especially with three-wheelers. That's my favorite. So if you've got some slingshots and things like that out there, the Can-Am and all that, I love those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Chris Bullis wants to know where in Alabama, and Nico Sauer wants to know, will you be in North Carolina?
We will be in.
I'd say Central Alabama.
Central Alabama,
maybe slightly north central. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we will also be in the Carolinas. We're not sure whether it's north or south, but it's going to be we have a few areas we're looking at right in there. They're not far from one another. I mean,
and so the viewers and the listeners, etc., do understand that like we don't want them to just like see us at a stop. We want them to come to the stops, but we want them to roll down the road with us too, right?
Yeah. We want you guys to get on the road with us and go along for the trip. Hang out. You're welcome to hang out for the whole time. We're starting off in Florida, right?
Yep. Starting in the Orlando area, Leesburg area.
Yeah, so we're going to start there, and then we're going to go across the country, and then we're going to come back. So we'll be driving, and you're welcome to come on the whole trip with us or drop in at certain parts of the trip if that's what's convenient for you and do stuff with us. There are going to be prizes. I see people asking us here if there's going to be T-shirts. We haven't like fully planned out all of that, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be T-shirts, right, guys?
Yeah,
right.
We just talked to a super popular T-shirt vendor in the industry and they want to help us with T-shirts for it. So
okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there might be, if all goes well, there might be other cool like kind of swag things that some of our partners might throw in that you can get and some of that. So there's some cool stuff. Plus we'll have swag. We'll be christening Bureau of Propaganda members all across the United States as well. We'll do the official photo and handshake, which we did with the guys from JP Enterprises were just here, and they were so pumped to get their patches like on site in person. They're like, hey, so like, is that doable? We're like, yes, it's totally doable. Like they were so pumped about it. So
wait, with my ranking now, don't I get to like make decisions on that?
The Commandant, you're definitely going to be consulted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No.
Hey, I have an idea. So I just thought of something. I don't know how many people, we'll throw out a challenge here.
Okay.
We'll actually do the whole trip, East Coast to West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask the listeners, what is the grand prize for the people? Like maybe there's 2 or 3, or maybe there's one, or maybe there's nobody. What's a perfect grand prize for the people who make it? I don't know. If it's a super grand prize, I can only give one.
Right.
But we could have a drawing for whoever, if there's 3 people that make it, we do a drawing.
Oh yeah.
All the way across.
Every single day, hanging in the whole time.
Yeah, I think we should make something cool that
like the Road Warrior prize.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it.
Absolutely. I think we should.
What should that be?
Oh, I'm not sure. I mean, I think we would have to think about that. Maybe get some input from people out there to see what they think.
For sure.
That should be. I think all along the way, we're gonna have stops. We're gonna stop in at lots of different places. We're gonna have lunch together. People are gonna join us. Maybe some folks that you guys know about that aren't taking part in the whole thing. They'll drop in and hang out with us. We can have prizes. We can have like little mini car shows if we want to, right?
Exactly. And that's the whole thing. Like at each event, we would encourage people, everywhere we'll try to have parking lots so you can park your custom Jeeps, your hot rods, your classic cars, your motorcycles, your custom choppers, whatever. But, we also want you to come out to each event understanding that, it's going to be inside, some are going to be outside, some might be on a gun range. Others might be back-end tours of places that you would never have access to unless you come out to hang with us. So I will promise you that whoever comes with us, it will be a once in a lifetime, absolutely memorable experience. Yeah. It will be punishing too. And I say that only in terms of the fact that there's some trips here, 2 days, get this, back to back, 17 hours, 18 hours, 10 and a half hours, 9 hours.
On the
4
road?
days.
On the road?
On the road.
Yeah.
So that's punishing. And
yeah.
We haven't decided if we'll get to the destination, have an overnight, play on an event, and then hit the road again. But we may get to that place exhausted, have the event, crash out for only a few hours so we can get to the next place for the next event. We did that twice last time around, and it was punishing. Ryan got curmudgeon-y and upset.
This one I was given dirty stares to people at hotels, apparently.
Right.
Yeah. That's him going Hulk on people. And
Yeah,
I think, I think that's the whole adventure of this, that, we don't even know everything that's going to happen. We are planning it out. And, when I say we, I mean Josh. The guy that we spent the first hour of the show making fun of.
So now we have to be nice to Josh, y'all. It's time to be nice.
Just remember that shit later on.
Yeah.
But
So-
I mean, to build on what Josh said about it being a once in a lifetime thing, and I'm a little motorcycle guy, and years ago, me and 3 buddies left Des Moines, Iowa, and rode out to Glacier National Park and then up into Lethbridge, Alberta. And I know people on listening have ridden 10 times that far, but we did 3,800 miles in a week on the motorcycles. And there are stories, to the point you made, Hank, that I remember, like ridiculous stories like that I will take to my grave, remembering crazy stuff that happened there. Now take that times, having all these people out with you, Hank, and other big social media personalities and all these cool fans that tune in. I mean, my Lord, think of the hijinks and the ridiculousness that's going to take place.
And, there's no reason why, if, Ryan and I are driving whatever it is we choose to drive, that, if there's enough people in a specific car and a fan or follower wants to jump in with us, or we jump into their vehicle or whatever on this trip to give everybody a different fun experience, we're absolutely down with that. Like at this point, it's a matter of just going out and having a good time and creating family, creating memories, and really a big Brownells experience. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And we're going to come back and talk about that. I just want to pivot here for a second, because I know we have a bunch of folks coming in, people coming in and out all the time here in the chat.
Sure.
So for everyone that just came in, welcome. We do have Ryan and Josh from Brownells. They're here to talk about the road rally that we proposed a few months back, I think like last year, actually. And, we're actually putting that in. We're getting ready to put that into effect. So we're talking about the details of that right now and giving everyone an opportunity to comment here. You can put your comments in the chat. Even if we don't see it now, we will see it later, and we will come around to it. We're also going to talk about some giveaways that we have going on coming up. I know people are asking me what I think about what's going on with the omnibus bill and the fixed NICs and all that kind of stuff being in it. Yes, I did see that Republicans didn't even read it. I think I saw that from Senator Rand Paul, I want to say, because he was trying to print it out. And he's like, yeah, I haven't even finished printing out this thing. And these guys already voted on it and pushed it through. So, yes, I know that. I see that. I think it's horrible, and we need to spend time pushing back. I definitely suggest that you guys visit the GOA. They have links. I don't know if Lola will have a chance to put those links here, but, I've got them on my Facebook page, as well as if you follow GOA, they have things that you can do. Reach out and tell these senators and congressmen that you don't want this, and you're not going to allow them to push it through and impose this on us. Okay, that's what we have to do. We have to spend the next couple of days pushing back against this stuff. I absolutely believe that, hands down. We have to do that. I'm going to spend a lot of my time pushing back against it. So I just wanted to have that conversation, because I don't want people to think that we're here and we don't care about that. We did spend some time in the beginning of this talking about it. I'm happy to spend some more time talking about it. I'm incredibly angry. There's lots of stuff going on around the country. You guys see this. I know this obviously, I don't think it's just because it will affect your business. You guys believe in the Second Amendment, right?
At Brownells, hell yes, we do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's something that's kind of crazy that we try to do, maybe more than a lot of other companies, is like we walk around and do like stories and stuff like that behind the scenes here, because almost everybody has guns on their desk. They concealed carry is encouraged here every day.
Open carry is
open carry, absolutely. So
this is a lifestyle for us, and I suspect it is for. I know it is for you, Hank, and I know it is for almost everybody who's listening and watching, man. I mean, it's something we take incredibly seriously. Yeah. So, it's a thing that affects us both personally and professionally. And so, we don't stand for any intrusion at all, man. Absolutely not.
Yeah. And we are pushing back. I know people are asking about national rallies. There's national rallies. There's local rallies. I had James Ledger on the show yesterday. He is part of a group that put together the rally and tally here in Tallahassee. That's our state capital here. You guys, when we were doing the Brownells thing, we were actually in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
He put that together. They're doing that again on April 14th. I'm going to promote it. I'm actually leaving and going to Vegas for the NAB show, which I just I can't change it and not go. But I'm going to make sure that I get back in time to go to the rally. I was talking to Lola about that today. So there's things going on a national level, things going on a local level. A couple of days ago, I can't even remember what day that was. Is today Thursday? It's Thursday.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's Thursday. So what was that day I was talking to our state senator? Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday night, we actually had a state senator here in the building. And I was giving him a piece of my mind. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be on the radio here in Gainesville talking about this stuff.
Awesome.
So, you know, we are doing this. I think we're all in ways that you guys can't see. You know, some of this goes on behind the scenes, but it's happening. There's lots of us, you know, pushing back, including the guys that are here with me. We're doing as much as we can to push back. And this is like pretty much my life every day. There's a bunch of gun videos that I should be doing that I would love to be doing. And I definitely plan to do. But yeah, this is important. We're going to do this, you know, without the protection of the Second Amendment here, we won't be able to do any of the other stuff. So
Absolutely.
it is the number one priority. And I want you guys to know that. At the same time, we still do have to find some ways to unwind, you know, every now and then when we can from all the stuff that's going on, you know. So I'm not, you know, I just wanted everyone to know that. And do you guys want to talk? Let's talk a little bit about the giveaway that we're doing, and then like maybe come back around to finishing up things while folks have a chance to jump in here to the chat and all that. Okay, so Jordan Poole wants to know what station. Lola, what station is that? 97.3? 97.3. Okay, I don't listen to the radio.
It is 97.
Lola listens to the radio. She's, oh my God, she's actually coming over here. She's actually a fan of these people on the radio. I don't even.
Fan.
Okay, so go ahead. You can tell us you're a fan of the radio, guys.
It's the conservative radio station here.
You might want to stand on your tippy toe so people can actually. There you
Listen, don't hate.
It's another short one over here, Ryan. I feel your pain, my
Okay,
friend.
what happens? Don't hate. Don't hate the game.
The short
Well,
crew.
victimized by the lower third.
Business, you like to say.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't even get up over the lower third.
No, I can't get the lower
You
third.
got a little box in here, and you're on heels, which is really funny.
You know what feels you guys.
Oh wait! Oh, now you're gonna.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, now she's going. Oh,
There you go.
don't break everything.
All
Okay,
right, look, now.
Oh, there we go.
That's-
Now we got you. Now we got you.
I don't know if that's helping, but okay.
Okay. So,
So,
anyway,
what channel was this?
it'll be
What radio?
97.3 FM with Bob Rose in the morning. And he's on from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m., 6 to 10 a.m.
Yeah,
every
I'm
morning.
going on sometime around 9 o'clock.
Right.
Yeah. So they want to
That's
talk
the
to
plan.
me about what's happening with YouTube, and I'm sure several other things that are going on around here, you know, and I'm happy to do it. I'm not trying to knock them. They're actually nice guys, and I've met them and talked to them and stuff like that. I run into them at the gun store at Big Daddy Guns. You know, so I definitely run into Greg Cassidy all the time. I don't know if he watches the show, which is not a prerequisite for me, but you know,
Maybe
So-
it should be.
yeah, you know, so yeah, we're doing a lot of different things out there, and I just want people to know that. So, okay, let's see here. All right, so anyway, now, are you guys aware of ATI Outdoors?
Us, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually go ahead.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, and I used to give a bit of history on myself because I'm here, I guess. I've been with the company for virtually ever, and I used to be in new product development and purchasing. So my relationship with those guys goes back quite a few years. Good people.
Awesome, very cool. Because ATI Outdoors actually came on board, and they're like one of my sponsors now.
Awesome.
So that's why you see this. I don't know if you noticed this big ass ATI sign right here.
I did notice.
Yeah, so they're one of our new sponsors, and what I'm going to be doing some videos on their stuff. I've been using their stuff for a while, so this is one of my favorites right here. The
The tack light.
yeah, the tack light. This is very lightweight and very strong, you know, buttstock here. So I've been using their stuff. I'm going to do more builds. They've got a lot of different things. So what I want to do a giveaway called the What Are You Building giveaway. And so basically what I'm going to do here is invite folks to tell us what they're building. So you can go on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, whatever social media it is you have, or all of them, if that's what works for you. And then tell us what you're working on right now. And we're going to see what we can do to help you out. So I've got some things here from ATI that I'm going to pick some people on Monday on the show. We're going to go through. So I'm giving people tonight, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do this, to tell us what things you have going on. And you can get as creative as you want to get on your post. Just make sure that you tag me and tag ATI Outdoors. And also, I convinced these guys from Brownells, these two Brownells dudes right here.
That's right.
Who are it looks like the store is now closed.
It is. Did we lose?
It's just us now.
Yeah, we lost a little light in here. Sorry.
Yeah, they basically locked you guys in there.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah, I think we're alone now.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Just gotta get him started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, I couldn't help that one. Okay, so these guys here, the Brownells dudes, as I'm calling them.
The Brownells dudes.
Works for us.
Yeah, they were nice enough to get involved in this, right? So you guys, I'm gonna pick 3 people and I'm gonna give them stuff to help them build things. Can I get you guys to donate like maybe 3 items as well, and then I could pick like 6 people on Monday?
Absolutely, I think we're down for that.
Well, and it's kind of what we do around here.
Yeah,
that's true.
Awesome. So I think that alone deserves for people out there to hit the thumbs ups and share this and let your friends know about it. But yeah, so we're gonna get some stuff from Brownells, right?
For sure. Yeah, let us know what builds are happening and who you choose, and we'll definitely fulfill that wish.
And
Absolutely.
whoever wins that, there's 3 people are going to win, or how many people?
I'm going to pick, because I'm going to give away 3 items. If you guys give away 3 items, then I think we could choose 6 people.
Right.
We could spread the love. I try to spread the love as much as possible.
Well, so I'm sure there's a way that we could figure out that we share that winning build, the Hank Strange, Who Moved My Freedom podcast winning build on our social outlets.
Oh, we could probably do that once tag us. Let us know once they put those.
I mean, it's gonna wind up being 6 different builds, and that's why I'm asking you guys, like, what are you working on? What are you building? That way we can tell us what's going on, and then we'll see, like, what can we do? I'll look at ATI here and some stuff that I have here, and I'll go, oh, I could help this guy out and help him out with this thing or that thing, and then we'll get Brownells to get involved. So I'm encouraging everyone to make posts on your social media. You probably do this stuff anyway, and tell people what you're working on. Make sure you tag Brownells. Make sure you tag ATI Outdoors. Make sure you tag me so that I could see this as well. And over, tomorrow, the weekend, we'll come back on Monday. I'll take a look at all those things and I'll pick some people out from that. So,
and I'd like to just make clear real quick that I don't know how on board we were with the giving away 3 things until Commandant Strange of the Bureau of Propaganda requested it. So you do hold more power. I want you to know that now that you hold that power,
at your beck and call,
we're doing it.
Oh, awesome. So. Don't tell me that. I'll be giving away stuff every day. That's my goal for this show that I do, this live show, is to every day give away stuff.
Nice.
So, but that's easier said than done, but that's what I like to do every day here. So,
for sure.
And we will eventually work towards that goal. That's why I'm trying to ask people to go out there and like thank people. And I know the companies, you guys appreciate that when people, tag you and all that. Do you guys have any specific tags and things like that you'd like people to throw into the, into their posts?
For us, it's just simply at Brownells Inc., Brownells INC, and hashtag Brownells. That we want to see what you guys are up to. I mean, it's hugely important. And again, that's a pathway to a patch in the Bureau of Propaganda and other prizes and being a part of this kind of group. So yeah, those are the 2 best things. That's what we explore pretty constantly. So yeah, definitely works for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so make sure you get those. What are the tags again? Sorry, I'm reading comments and listening to you.
It's all good. At Brownells Inc. or just simply hashtag Brownells. Those are by far the best ones.
Okay, cool. That's what you do. And then with ATI Outdoors, it's at ATI Outdoors on pretty much everything, or you can also hashtag ATI Outdoors. With me, you can do hashtag Hank Strange and just do at Hank Strange on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Should be easy enough to find me. And then I'll get notified of that. I see some people like Nico Ghost Gunner says, laugh out loud. I literally have a project for each platform. It looks like he has a Romanian MD 63 AKM, Romanian MD 86 AK 74 variant, and AR-15 with 3D printed lower. That's cool. Yeah. Let's see. Florida Gun says Josh is working on his physique. Yeah,
I'm trying.
Yeah, that's obvious. Opt out of gun control says he's building a 10.5-inch 50 Beowulf. Oh,
Whoa,
Wow.
that sounds like fun.
It's gonna be a Barker.
yeah, that's badass. Cigarettes and Soda says building a gun collection. Send guns with a big smiley face.
A fairly simple request.
Oh, someone's always trying to get through the loopholes. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's show some gun porn right now. And quickly, I'm gonna come back to that before we end here. But I know that we covered the rally. We need to show some Gorn, but people want to know with the retro rifles, do you have more coming? Are there concept models? What do you guys have there that you can show the folks?
Well, we do have the BRN-10, which is the AR-10, essentially a replica of that with the top charge underneath the charging handle and some of that stuff. Those are on their way shortly.
Hopefully, hopefully start shipping. They won't be shipping in mass yet, but because some of that stuff we had to completely redesign and build from the ground up. So hopefully some of that stuff, the 308s, will start to ship maybe around NRA show. But to answer your question, are there more coming? The answer is yes. We're not ready to let the cat out of the bag yet, but really cool stuff. We're very committed to the retro line. It's been really successful, had a lot of great feedback, and so there are more models coming.
Yeah, and kudos to Paul, who's our merchandising guy who worked on that project. I mean, dude nails it with everything.
Paul's like a gun savant, like a gun purist.
Absolutely.
And he's really done a great job of setting that program up. So
yeah, amazing. And one of the questions we get a lot, just to put out there, will uppers be available? The plan is to have uppers available, barreled, everything kind of ready to rock and roll. We don't have any dates on that just yet because, again, we're working through the gun process and all that right now. But that is on the docket at some point as well.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So what exactly do you guys have released right now?
Go ahead.
So there are. And you're gonna force me to remember real fast. We have.
I'm asking you because I know I'm not gonna remember what I can talk about and what I cannot talk about.
One of them, we actually have most of them out here. At least the 5.56 models. This is the BRN 601, the Air Force model. Again, back in stock at least for the time being at Brownells. We have the XBRN 177, which is the XM 177 clone. Josh is going to run to the other side of the showroom.
Yeah, Armament and Axis says they closed the doors. He's telling someone they closed the doors and shut off the lights and closed the store on you guys. So that's why you're literally
lights back up, would you? Josh is going to turn the lights up too while he's fetching the other ones.
Can he reach the light switch?
He's probably going to have a step stool.
Yeah. Okay.
Then there's the Then there's the XBRN E16, which was the model. Somebody's going to get me wrong. I'm not like the guy that remembers all of them. It's on that wall over there. And then there's the BRN 16A1, which is the M16A1 clone. So those are all the 5.56s that are out there. So there's 4 models of 5.56. Actually, what's been interesting is they've all been about equally popular in sales. So it seems like everybody has a certain connection to each one of those guns. And we announced the BRN 10 line at SHOT Show and are taking pre-orders on those, but those haven't been shipped yet. Okay. Like I said, those we hope to start shipping right around NRA show. So, but yes, we are currently in development of more models.
Yeah, Vanessa Kitty says, how many USAF vets in here? She is. So the reason why I mentioned that, or not me, but Pookie Love had the Air Force version, so that was the green one, right? The green furniture. Yep. I can't remember the name of it either.
The BRN 601.
The BRN 601. Yep. I think that had the waffle mags on it, I want to say.
It does come with the waffle mag. Yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, the waffle mags, I'll just hold this. I do happen to have a waffle mag sitting here. They are for sale at brownells.com now.
Oh, so you can get the waffle mags on their own? You can. Okay, what is the price at Brownells?
You would ask me that.
Yeah.
Let me look.
Josh will look it up.
By the way, we have links in the description, guys. If you want to get stuff from Brownells, we do have links in the description for that.
There's the it's a 20 round.
Just hold it up a little bit higher. Thanks. Okay, there you go. Okay, awesome.
Waffle mag, and those are available now at brownells.com. Josh is looking up the price, but
all right, cool.
Those have been pretty popular too.
Yeah, I know when I was talking to Roy, my friend Roy Hill, that's how I actually got connected with these Brownells guys on a serious level. My friend Roy Hill, who's an awesome dude. I don't know. He probably left work already today, right, guys?
Yeah. So we had Roy out. I'll give you a little heads up. Give your audience a little heads up. Be sure to stay tuned for the Brownells April Fools this year. What's the price on it?
Was $49.99?
Yeah, $49.99.
Okay.
Not cheap.
It's not cheap. There is some special machining that has to be done.
But I think that the original of those mags is going for around $100. Someone could let me know in the chat, but I'm pretty sure that that's what those are going for out there.
I've definitely, they're pretty rare at this point too, which is probably driving that up if you're looking for an original.
Yeah, Brian Quick wants to know, can I get a chicken sandwich with that waffle mag?
yeah. The syrup is 99 extra cents, and you're good. So that's the BRN16A1, the copy of the M16A1, which is right here, and then the XBRN16E1. I don't remember the cat. That was the that's basically the interim model between the 601 and the A1.
Yeah,
so,
I just remember those by who was using it, but funny enough, I cannot remember which one Lemon Squeezy had.
Well, her and DM Slider had this one or the other nearly identical one. The difference is the bolts,
if you want to know which one who had, you go to brownells.com/retroar.
Yeah,
that's the landing. That's the crazy landing page that features your handsome cousin Pookie Love. And everybody else there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the video, the whole video's up. If people haven't seen it, that's a good place to go to check it out.
For sure. Right. I need to reshare that. It's been a little while. We need to get those sweet Afro head bobs out there again.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Desiretta says, Hank, can you provide us with a means to voice our position regards to the Florida CRC? Yeah, listen, just get in touch with me if you have some comments on that you want to make, or get in touch with Lola if you're trying to get here on the show, and we'll see what we can work out here. So that is the CRC is the Constitution Revision Committee. So I'm guessing, and that's what happened here in Florida, that there's a committee that travels around the state, and they decide what goes on a ballot, and then those things on the ballot gets voted in November by the people, and that can be added then to the Constitution. I think we put an end to all of that. I'm not 100% sure that it's all, that's all closed out. I think we have to be vigilant here. So if you have something you want to tell us, I would say get in touch with Lola or send me a private message somewhere with some kind of links about who you are, etc. And I'll definitely look into that. My whole point here is to give people a voice, or give voice to the voiceless. Canic Fanatic says, I've been a proud Brownell customer since before I could purchase firearms.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. Our families and the family of all of our employees appreciate that. I don't think a lot of people understand, but there's a lot of us, and we work hard, and we appreciate that you guys take care of us, because that's what it's really about.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thank you.
Yeah, and what is the thing? I'm getting some questions. What's the thing going on with Roy and April Fools? How much can you tell people about that right now?
Well, we're not going to let the cat out of the bag. I can tell you last year, though.
Is Roy the cat in the bag?
No, Roy, right. Which I can't let him out, and I won't. But the only thing I'll tell you is last year we announced that we had entered the tactical falconry line. So if you just type in tactical falconry into Google,
yes, I remember that nonsense.
Yes, within the first, and now it makes sense to your listeners after having spent some time with Josh and I. Right. But if you Google tactical falconry in the first probably 3 to 5 search results, you'll find the Brownells press release. That's what we did last year.
But I would like to interject here, Hank. If you ever get on site, you'll see where we keep the tactical falcons in the warehouse.
So they're actually there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they're there. They're the zookeeper job is certainly the least sought after job
Right.
in the warehouse.
It's we call him the Beastmaster. So we let him out. He can kind of see through their eyes, the whole thing.
Mhm.
It's like,
Oh, really? Okay.
It's
anyway.
perilous and
Yeah.
unforgiving.
I'm thinking
but-
we're gonna get a tactical ferret or something next. I don't
well,
know.
eventually,
maybe,
What is it,
actually,
Hoodoo and Kudu or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
So you'll have to make sure that you tune in on April 1st to
Okay.
Yeah, for
our
what's
assorted
next.
social media channels.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Per usual, it's ridiculous.
Okay. Always Chambered wants to know if you guys are hiring at Brownells.
Yes.
So we're there's kind of job positions open time to time. Best place to go is brownellscareers.com. But I can assure you
Brownells.com/careers.
nope, Brownells Careers is where it redirects you to.
No.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
so brownellscareers.com, or as Josh mentioned, brownells.com/careers works as well. Yeah, man. Let me say a thing or two too about how much we appreciate our customers, but from our perspective, like, we get to do this and be who we are because this company encourages that. Truly, I've worked at other places and had other careers entirely, but this is the coolest job I've ever had because we get to do this and be a part of a community of people who are truly second to none.
Agreed. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So, I just want to do one thing real quick here. I don't know if you guys. Wait. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay. Lola wants to know, how do you guys set yourself apart? Like, how does Brownell set themselves apart? Let me get to that first. Go ahead.
Sure. Well, there's a couple of tangible things, right? So I say the tangible things are one and only company in the industry that offers a lifetime guarantee, no questions asked on every product sold, except for firearms and ammunition, because there's some legal technicalities with those. But so you can buy that ATI gun stock from us at Brownells, and like in 15 years, you're like, it's time for a new one. You could technically send it back to us, and we will give you your money back. Our customers don't generally abuse that, but I think it's a nice thing for our customers to have. One of the other things that we do that sets ourselves apart, I think, is we're not about just making sure that we have products and want to sell products. I think we also try to make sure that we are a good information source. So that's why we have our YouTube channel. That's why we have the other places, because we want you to buy what you want to buy, not what you think you're buying, right? So we want you to make sure that it's the right thing. So there's that whole aspect of it, and I think then there's the intangible stuff of, where we're a family-owned company. We're a family-owned company that's been around for almost 80 years. I could tell crazy cool stories about how the Brownell family is connected to legendary brands in this industry. Right. How they've, because of the Brownells family generosity, some of the most popular accessory brands out there today owe it to the fact that they walked into our SHOT Show booth 10 years ago, said, "What do you?" And now they're, and I won't mention their names, but now they're one of the biggest names in firearm accessories. There's just lots of really cool stories like that this company has given back to the industry and have seen and helped others become a part of that American dream. And it's because the Brownell family are so truly good people and committed to the industry and committed to the Second Amendment and all those great things. And that really, that the way they take care for people, I would say, filters down to the rest of the company. It doesn't matter if you're an executive or if you're, somebody, out on the warehouse floor. I mean, everybody, I think, feels taken care of and like they matter. And I hope that shows, with the quality of work that the quality of products that people get. So yeah. I think that, some of that stuff is, sometimes it's hard to see sometimes, but it's really, truly an incredible place to be.
Yeah. And if I could just jump on that a little bit here, to tell you guys, it will take you a long time for me to tell you all the things that these guys have done for me in the very short period of time. I don't know. I think this has been 2 years. Is it 2 years already?
It's been a long time.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I met these guys because of my friend Roy that I was talking about. And at the 1,000-man shoot, man, that was 2 years ago.
A couple years ago. Yeah,
yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So I met Roy there, and I was like introducing myself to him, and he said, I know who you are. You're Hank Strange. You don't have to tell me. And I was like, oh, that's really cool, because I definitely know who Brownells is. And he was like, listen, we would love to do stuff with you. And from the beginning, these guys have treated us like family. They do a lot of stuff for us. They help us out there. Always, they've helped us give away things and do things. And the crazy thing about it is there's no contract. There's no stipulations put on me by these guys. They tell me, listen, say what you have to say about these things, do what you have to do. And they've spent a lot of time supporting what Lola and I do here. I mean, hands down. A lot of times people say to me, well, like, why are you all, so rah about Brownells? Because they're real people, they're real genuine people. They act like a family. They treat us like a family. And it's not all about, hey guys, get our name out there. I think, your name is already out there, and it's a very precious thing that you've built for what, 80, 90 years at this point.
Yeah. It's almost 80 years.
Yeah. So to see what they're doing, for example, to have these guys come on here on the show and joke around and laugh with us and do all the fun things that they've done, like with the retro rifles and all the support that you've seen already that they've done, and even the things that you have not seen that they've done, that's the reason why there's so many people out there that like them. It's not just that they're Brownells and they're a big name in the business and, they throw that around. It's because they're genuinely in there with like their hearts and their minds, and they really believe in this whole Second Amendment thing. And the question here was, what makes them stand apart? And I'll tell you that there's lots of companies in the gun game, and there's very few companies that think the way these guys do. And that goes all the way down to Pete Brownells. I saw him at SHOT Show this year, and I was just like walking around, and then he saw Lola walking away, and he stopped her and said hi, and then he came up to me and was like, oh, hi, I'm Pete Brownell. Like, I didn't know who the hell he was. Which is the way that these guys are. So if you really want to know what sets them apart, if you don't know anything about them, that's what I would tell you. Lola is reminding me that at the NRA show, there were people that wanted to take pictures with us, and he happened to be passing by, and he stood there for a while just taking pictures. I'm talking about Pete. Yeah,
absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was just taking pictures of us so people can come and post with us. And I was like, wait a second, this guy actually has stuff to do.
Awesome. To your point, I mean, I've been here. This year will be 17 years that I've been a part of Brownells. And wow. I've known the Brownells family even before that, because they used to come into my business occasionally just to say what's up and talk marketing and things. And it's crazy. And like our team, Roy, Randy, Steve, all these guys, like it truly is a family. We laugh sometimes. People text each other, like when some of us are on vacation that like, hey, I really miss you dudes. Cause we do. Like when we leave, we hug each other sometimes because we care. And that's really what it's about here in general. I mean, you don't see people clocking out and hugging each other all the time, but it really is a family atmosphere. And that's what's most important to me. And, really at the end of the day, what do we have if we don't have each other and the voices that we all have for the Second Amendment and for things we believe in? That's really what it comes down to at the end of this. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Did you want to add something to that, Ryan?
No, I think I'll echo what you guys said, and I appreciate the kind words, Hank. But I think one of the other things too that I've been insistent on our team, and then it comes down from the top too, is and I know that Patrick over at the Firearms Rack has done some videos on the the secrets of the industry and all this sort of thing. I absolutely think the biggest thing that we value in social media is the power of the free and unencumbered voice. Right. Like that is so incredibly valuable. And in the second that companies try to get involved with what people say or how they say it, you're devaluing the voice. You're doing yourself a disservice in the end. Right. And so I always tell people, hey, you know what? We send you a product and you don't like it, say it. Yep. Because we'll make you a part of the solution. It's be honest. You get to keep your integrity with everybody, all that sort of thing. And then you can help us fix it, right? Or you can help us go to that company.
Make it better for everyone involved.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. And so, you know what? I always tell our, the folks we work with, I'm like, man, there's never a contract with us. There's never an expectation that you deliver nothing but the 100% truth. And the next time we see you, we're going to have a beer and say we're going to do better, and we want to know how we can do that. And this whole thing comes down to just treating people like people and family, and businesses aside to that. And so, hopefully, it really means a lot to hear you say that.
Absolutely. And to that end, getting back a little bit to like the road rally or the cannonball run or whatever, those that come out, they'll see that, they'll experience that, they will be a part of it, because that's just how we operate. I mean, I still stay in touch with some people we met all across the South last time. And they're like, dude, when you come back, I want a huge hug. I didn't know you guys did that, and it's like, that's what it's about, Right. Mm-hmm. So absolutely, it's such a good feeling to know that everybody out there gets that,
Yeah. And also, so let's just add on to that, because I know we got about like 10 minutes or less actually before we end this. So I see that there's some folks on there that want to follow you guys on social media. Do you want to give out your social medias? I know we outed you, Josh. Do you want to just tell people what yours is? And then Ryan, you could think about whether or not you can
follow mine. Mine is largely laced with satire and things that I find entertaining. But you're welcome to come along for the ridiculousness that is mine.
Yeah. So what's yours?
Mine is my Instagram, which is the best place to find me. It's just at R as in Robert, W as in William, Rep, REPP. So it's at RW Rep.
Yeah, there you go. And I follow him, and yeah, he's always got cool stuff on there. I like, I'm into learning from other people and seeing, what kind of lifestyles gun guys live out there. What about you, Josh?
At Joshua Coburn is the best place to find basically me anywhere. Just Google Joshua Coburn, you'll find all my stuff. And don't forget, of course, at Brownells Inc. or just Google Brownells. All our stuff's on our website, brownells.com, so you can check it there, YouTube, wherever. So, if there's any questions or anything out there, generally I'm the guy that's fielding a lot of that. I'll be away from access to that. So we'll have probably Ryan monitoring that. But if you guys need anything, we're here. We're always getting a huge deluge. So those of you who are messaging, I'm trying to get to you as fast as I can. We're on it basically 24 hours a day. So.
Yeah, and just a little quick point about your social media, Josh. I know that you always put motivational stuff. I've said that, and I mean it. I mean, Josh always puts motivational posts on his things. I know that he helps people out there, and I'll be honest, sometimes it helps me, man, to be scrolling through stuff, and I follow him, and there's like a positive word out there. Just getting that word into your brain every day, dealing with things. That's something I appreciate that you do. And I know you're not just doing it for me, but I appreciate that you're doing it for lots of people out there.
Thank you. That means a lot to me personally. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. All right. So now let's get on to a couple of things. I think people wanted us to, we'll talk about the rally again in a second. The giveaway for anyone who came in late and you want to know about the giveaway. And by the way, I'll invite these guys to come back on. I don't know if they had a good time or not, but.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, man.
I will invite them to come. Huh?
A little heartbroken.
We're just
that first hour was
we're
rough
apparently a little
me,
rough on him.
Yeah, we're rough. Okay, yeah. I mean, you can make fun of me too, man. This goes both ways.
It does. You're right.
Yeah, if you look at some of these shows, people just go at me sometimes here. But it's awesome. You can do this when you love someone. So I definitely love you, man. You're a good dude. So is Ryan. And we would definitely,
absolutely.
Yeah, we would like to have you guys come on again. So here's the the thing that we're doing with the giveaway for anyone out there who knows. I want to know what kind of, what are you guys building? So ATI is sponsoring me, ATI Outdoors. They make, like, for example, this is their X2 AR-15 pistol grip. You see that there? Very soft rubber. It's upside down. There you go. I really enjoy this, and I've got this on several of my guns, things like that, things like the tack light stock. They make that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be doing things with them, but I want to know, I don't want to just do stuff here on my end. I want to help you guys with your builds and all that. So if you tell me what you're building and you put it in social media, if you're on Twitter, you can do it there. If you're on Facebook, you can do it there. You can do it on Instagram. Tell me, And then I will pick some people out of there. Brownells graciously agreed to also donate some things. So I was going to choose 3 people. They're going to donate some stuff. So we'll have 6 people that will go around and look at your posts that you're making, and we'll pick some people out of there, and we'll send you something to help you with your build on behalf of Brownells and ATI Outdoors. Okay, so that's basically it. You need to tag Brownells, right? So I believe it's at Brownells
Inc. INC.
Yeah, at Brownells INC, or you can do hashtag Brownells.
That's right.
Yep.
Just
Just
Brownells,
hashtag
right?
Brownells.
The handle is at Brownells Inc. and then the hashtag
Right.
is just Brownells.
Yeah, absolutely. And then with ATI Outdoors, you just need to do at ATI Outdoors pretty much on everything, or hashtag ATI Outdoors. And with me, it's just Hank Strange. So it's at Hank Strange or hashtag Hank Strange. Just post those. You have tonight, you have tomorrow, you got Saturday, Sunday. On Monday, when I come back on the show, I'll be going through those, but I'll come back and I'll pick out stuff, and I'll talk to the Brownells guys, and they'll send some stuff to you, and I'll send some stuff to you, and we'll help you with your builds. I mean, it's what I'm trying. I want this to be like a two-way street with everyone. So I want to make sure that I'm helping folks out there. And that's why I genuinely want to know what you guys are working on and what kind of builds you have going on. Do you guys want to add anything to that?
No, we're happy to jump in, man. Like I
Absolutely.
said, we've made a name for almost 80 years on doing builds. So that's right in our wheelhouse. So
Yeah.
your folks were down for that for sure.
Yeah. And you guys, do you guys carry ATI outdoor stuff in your store?
Absolutely, we do. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a loaded question. I know you do, but
Yeah.
It'd be terrible if we're like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
No, yes, we absolutely do. Good stuff.
Yeah. No, it's good stuff. There's a lot of science behind what these guys are doing, and I'm trying to do my part to help people figure that out. Okay, so let's see. And then the other thing we were going to talk about really quick in the last 5 minutes that we do have the road rally going on. So Josh is in charge of the committee of building the road rally.
Right. No pressure. Jeez.
Yeah. So do you want to
Which is a committee of one.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically him.
So if this thing absolutely rules, I obviously did it. If it is absolutely terrible, there's a good chance Ryan made extra decisions that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
Nor did he approve.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So do you want to tell us real quick, Josh, like all the things going on? What do you need from the people? What details do we have right now? And what can people do if they want input or they want to know more about what we have going
The
on?
best thing to do is hit us on Instagram. You can DM us if you want on there. We'll get to you. Let us know what you want to call this. We're starting probably in the Orlando area. We're going to end it in the San Diego area. We're going to cruise all through the South. We'll be hitting events in areas like Vegas, Logan, Utah, maybe Denver, Austin, somewhere in Alabama, the Carolinas, and again in the Orlando area as well. So if you got suggestions on what you'd like to do, meetup events, whatever, come out, hang with us, let us know on Instagram, and again, DM us. And also, what are we going to call this thing?
Yeah, good question.
Also, one thing I would throw in there is, when do we plan, and I'm going to ask the committee of one, putting him on the spot, when do we plan to make this announcement?
The announcement is really going to probably have to happen right around
Soonish.
May-ish at latest. We have to make sure that this is fully planned out and ready to rock by then. But we'll let people know, start letting people know the official route probably in the next few weeks. So that way it's understood at least where we're going so people can make plans.
Yeah. Yeah. And what I'll do is, if you post something, then I'll share it and vice versa.
Absolutely.
We'll put the details out there, and then I'll talk about it again on the show. Maybe, we'll have you guys come back and talk about it again. I think it's really going to be a fun thing. I know people need to know so they can plan this. They can take time off of work and all of that. But I think it's really going to be an adventure that we don't even know what's in store for us.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Which is awesome.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we've definitely got Josh. You're going to be there. And then Ryan, you're going to be there, right?
I will be there.
Yep, that's the plan.
Yep.
So do we have any other people from Brownells here? Or
Yeah, there's a good chance that Roy might come out with us for a few days, and others may come in and out, whether it's executives or other individuals. And there's a lot of other people that are poking around that are interested outside of Brownells. So, we'll announce who and when and what stops they'll be at and where they're riding with us. But we got a lot of big things hopefully associated with this that we'll be able to announce soon.
Yeah, and and lots of other of your buddies, Hank, in the social media sphere, right?
Yes, right, absolutely. I think there'll be some people we don't really know right now, so we don't want to speak for them.
Right.
But I think there'll definitely be some people involved once schedules get pinned down. And then obviously you guys will be there. So for me, that's the special guest. All the people who show up that I get to hang out with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I look forward to that. I see someone's asking me if you guys are going to Knob Creek. Are you aware of Knob Creek? Does Brownells do anything out there?
Very much aware of Knob Creek.
Unfortunately, I will not be there. I don't know. As a company, I don't know that we'll be there. Will we?
No plans on it right now.
Yeah,
I don't know. Such crazy schedules right now. It's
right.
So much stuff going on, which is good. Don't get me wrong. It's just we got to pick and choose because there's not enough of us.
Yeah, the big show. It's a little insane, but the big show is the NRA show. And I know that's a controversial thing.
Right.
It is
a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Well, what I would like to bring up though is regardless of all the controversy at Industrial Cigar, we haven't even announced this yet. At Industrial Cigar Company, what's that?
If you're coming to an RA show, you got to hear this.
Yeah, we're doing a meetup there. Hank, you know about this on the 4th. I believe it's the 4th. That's the Friday night at 7. Starts at 7:30 at Industrial Cigar Company. We'll be giving away some Foxtrot mic 9mm AR. Tons of people will be there. Mr. Guns and Gear, Rapid Fire Rachel, you and Lola are coming out.
Yes.
I think there's a chance that Gun Drama Johnny is going to hang out with us.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think
did you notice the boa in the background?
So good. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
So we're going to have Jeeps and cars and all kinds of stuff there, food trucks. So come hang. It's going to be one of the meetups, just like we talked about.
One quick note, Industrial is in Frisco. So it's about, they
30
said without
minutes.
Traffic, it's about 30 minutes from downtown. So that's why it's 7:30.
Right, and it's a separate event from the NRA.
It is.
Right.
It's with whatever's going on there, which I don't want to reveal or get into whatever kind of stuff right now, but that's why I think we're doing this. So folks who are either going to be at the NRA show or people who don't want to be there, but you live in the area or you just want to come hang out with us, this is a good opportunity outside of everything that's going on to come hang out with Brownells and a bunch of other folks and just have a good time, maybe unwind a little bit, and and then we'll get back to the work of securing and fighting for the Second Amendment, because we will be doing that. Whether you see it or you don't see it, we are doing it.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So do you want to just give those details one more again for anyone who's listening out there?
Yeah, it's Friday, May 4th. I believe it's the 4th. I apologize for not knowing, but it's the Friday of that week. It's the 4th, I think.
Is it like the May the 4th be with you? Is that what we're talking about?
It is.
Yes.
It is.
And mini stogies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. Industrial Cigar Company in Frisco, Texas. Again, just 35-ish minutes outside of Dallas with Cigars and Guns. If you guys don't follow him, at Cigars and Guns, amazing dude. Adrian will be there hanging out too. So, we'll be giving away a ton of stuff and chilling. So if you want to rub elbows and high fives and handshakes, let's do it.
Yeah, and here's what I'll do. I'll get some info from Josh, and what I'll do is I'll make sure that I keep talking about that more on the show, and we'll make some social media posts and stuff like that and get it out there. So
all that available in the close.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's any, let's see. Someone says Brownells second the motion run. Someone says that's an idea for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Okay, so there's lots of comments there. Do you guys want to say, do you have any last words or things you want folks out there to follow or know about before we go here?
I'll just hit real quick again. Brownells.com is where people can find us. Our social media is always at Brownells Inc. on all those platforms. But honestly, from a very top level, we appreciate you guys. We appreciate the Brownells family, those of you out there who help us do what we do. Because without you guys, we can't do this. So we appreciate that greatly.
And Hank and Lola.
And
likewise.
Hank and Lola, of course.
Awesome.
All the hugs.
Yes. Awesome. Yes. Thank you. And hugs from us too. We're huge fans of you guys. So what I'm going to do here, my last words, I just want to thank everyone in the chat that's been hanging out with us. I want to encourage everyone to keep thumbs upping the video and share this video. Let folks know about this. I know there's a bunch of people that are interested in this, and they weren't here necessarily tonight. So share this and let people know that we're doing this. And if they want to know more info, they can watch this episode. Thanks to you guys in the chat. Thanks to Josh and Ryan from Brownells for coming out. I definitely want to mention my sponsors: ATI Outdoors, Andrews Custom Leather, Safety Harbor Firearms, of course, Big Daddy Guns right there. If and if you want to support us, where you can support us on Patreon, we're Patreon/Hank Strange, as well as we have links in the description that we can do for a limited time until YouTube decides to take that away from us. And if you check out the links, there's links there to Brownells and several other companies that we deal with and we think they're cool. You guys can definitely check out those links, and it's a way to help support us as well. Okay, that's pretty much it. Good night, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Good night, guys.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Okay, we're out of here. Peace.